The International Olympic Committee has the honor of announcing that the 21st Olympic Winter Games in 2010 are awarded to the city of Vancouver.
When it entered the competition to stage the Games, Vancouver committed itself to constructing and using facilities that would do as little damage as possible to the environment. So, for instance, the Vancouver Convention Centre captures rainfall both to use within the building and for irrigating the indigenous plant garden on its roof. The Richmond Olympic Oval's massive ceiling is made of salvaged British Columbia wood that was damaged by a pine beetle infestation. Vancouver's new curling venue replaces the ageing community complex and uses green energy.
The heat created by the cooling of the ice is recovered and used to heat the building the competitions are being held in.
Vancouver wants to reduce its greenhouse gas emissions by 20% by the year 2020, so emphasis has been placed on developing public transport. The first network of hydrogen buses will be inaugurated during the Games. Animals haven't been forgotten either. When the competitors are whizzing down the slopes in the downhill events, they don't have to worry about what they might squash. When the organising committee prepared the pistes, they had to change the course of a stream crossing the slope, home to a protected species of frog. Each of the frogs had to be moved 40 metres by hand.
We want visitors to put themselves in the shoes of the Games organisers and help save the frogs by transporting them as delicately as possible, you have to move them 40 metres, to their new home. But it's not very easy. This is the ski jumping area, home to quite a number of hibernating grizzly bears. The organising committee was worried about disturbing them, so they've restricted the number of visitors to 8,000.
The more courageous visitors can stroke a hibernating grizzly bear, but make sure you don't wake him up. The exhibition's not only about sustainability. In the children's section you can find out all about the origins of the Vancouver mascot and why this pile of stones is the emblem of the Games.
These are the points of reference in Inuit territory. And the fact that these symbols come from the far north and not only British Columbia shows that the organising committee wanted these Games to be for the whole of Canada and not just one region.
The Olympic flame, one of the most famous symbols of the Games, is also featured in the exhibition. The tradition of lighting an Olympic flame comes from the ancient Greeks. The torch relay also began at the ancient Olympics and was revived at the 1936 Berlin Games. Torch design has clearly come a long way since Greek times.
As the Games are in Canada, and it's a big country with extremes of temperature, the torch here can withstand temperatures of between -50 and +40 degrees Celsius.
The 2010 Olympic torch relay began in Canada on October the 30th, 2009. The handing over of the flame at the end of the opening ceremony signals the start of the Games proper.